Hey everybody, welcome to Randa's Creative Plans. I am so glad to have each and every one of you guys here, whether you have been here before or are new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. So today is our Money Monday edition. It's a little bit late. I am actually getting ready for work and it is Tuesday morning. I filmed this yesterday evening, and I also filmed a plan with me and realized that neither of them recorded for the whole time. So it's like, oh no. So it's going to be hopefully a really fast video because I did want to get this out. It's already been late, but I don't want to get it too much later. And I've got to get headed to work in just a few minutes. So this should be fast. But this poor planner of mine took a bad tumble yesterday. It was raining here and it slipped out of my hands and fell on the icky, wet asphalt driveway at my work, so I need to fix it. But anyways, so this is our Monday edition, like I said, where I've kind of go over my spendings for the week and then my budget. So this is how this planner, I guess I need to back up a little bit. This is the Kell Of A Plan's budget binder, and I use this to keep track of all of my husband's and mine's spending. Let me adjust you guys just a little bit here. Okay, I think you guys can see okay. And so this is what I track all of our spendings on. So the pink is my spending and the blue is my husband's spending, and then and pencil is either savings, transfers, or cash. And so this is how I keep track of our spendings every week. And last week I was able to save $10 in my emergency fund, $150 in my savings. I did cash stuff, $20 in my 100 envelope challenge. And then we have all the categories. In groceries, I spent $82. Eating out is a really big one for us. My husband spent $188 on eating out, and I contributed $25 of that to the eating out. So eating out, I'm discovering, is a big expense for us, which is my fault. My husband prefers to cook at home, and yes, he does most of the cooking, and it is really good. But my husband prefers to cook and eat at home. And I would rather go out to eat because it's just so much easier, you guys. But that's my bad. I should not be that way. And as far as eating out, like at fast food restaurants during the week, I did splurge last week and I went out once. But that was the first time in like three or 4 weeks that I actually went out to a fast food place. So I feel like that's a success, but the eating out really needs to be adjusted. So in total, between eating out, gas, our bills, and miscellaneous expenses, I spent $583 last week. That doesn't count my cash though, and then my husband spent $718. So in total, we spent $1,300 last week. That seems like a lot for 2 people. That really seems like a lot. And I goofed up here. I started filling this out for this week and realized that I am technically still in January. And I don't want to move this over because this is my Grooming Expo tracking page on here. And so I don't want to take this out and move it to the next month. So I'll just have to fill it in. But I'll fill in the bills on here and then I will put our expenses down at a later time because I don't think I'm going to have time to do that on camera. So this is my February month, all decorated. I feel like we have a lot of bills. That's crazy. It just seems like we have an awful lot of bills and debt, and it doesn't make sense as to why. We don't own a home, so I don't get it. But anyway, so there was a real fast thing on our spendings. And like I said, the eating out is a big one, and then the coffee. I don't know if you guys saw, but my husband is an avid coffee drinker, and he spent about $50 some. What was it? Okay, it was only like $42 last week, so that wasn't bad. Last week wasn't bad with the coffee. For the month of January, and just our coffee, we spent over $200. So that is definitely another problem area. Eating out, coffee, and miscellaneous, and then planner supplies for me is something that we need to work on, I am discovering. But I'd zoom you guys in, but then you guys can't see the whole page. So I'll leave you where you're at. So this was our budget from last week. I figured I would make $500. I actually made $714. So I made a little over $200 more than I expected to make. Plus the $133 that I carried over from the week before. So I had $715.37 last week. So I went over budget on my gas by $7.46. I budgeted for $50. I spent $57.46. On my tax quarterlies, I missed paying it not last week but the week before. So I doubled up last week. So I actually paid $200 last week and then $85 on a credit card. So in bill total last week was $342.46. That made $372.91 remaining. I did cash stuff my groceries for last week, the week before as well. And so technically the groceries were paid for last week. And so I went ahead and stuffed an additional $40 last week to go towards the groceries this week. If that makes any sense. I'm kind of ahead on groceries just because I was thinking that this week was going to be a really short week. And so I wanted to make sure that I was covered in areas the week before in case it was. So since it wasn't, that makes it nice. I'm able to do some of my groceries and then was able to put some extra money aside too. All right, so in the total for the grocery cash envelope stuffing was $40, which that left $332 remaining. I did cash stuff my envelopes with $97. So that was really nice. Some of those were savings challenges to go towards my emergency fund, my sinking funds, and my debt. So there's three envelopes that I've added for games and savings, or for game. It is games, but it goes towards, like I said, the savings, the emergency fund, and debt. So that was fun to be able to stuff some of those. And then also my 100 envelope challenge. So yeah, $97 is what I was able to cash stuff in those areas last week. I spent $8 on miscellaneous. So I spent $105 technically. This is under sinking funds, but it's just the cash envelope in general and then just miscellaneous spending. So that brought it up to $105, which left, I can't read my writing, $227, I believe. And then I put $150 into my grooming expo. I transferred $25 into my business savings account. And then I stuffed $10 in my emergency fund. So that brought up to $185, which left me $42.91 in total. And according to my spending tracker and then my account, I am $64 off. Because according to what I have a remaining $42.27 bringing over into this week, not 91 cents. So I'm a few cents off, but I think that's because I have on my account is a cent savings account. So it rounds up the amount to the nearest dollar. Like if it's $3.50, it'll round it up to $4 and then take the 50 cents and put it in my cent savings account. So I think that that's where I'm off because I write my actual totals and not round it up. So I'm hoping that's where I'm off. And then I noticed that I was goofing up on the cash too, because like when I would count my eating out, I would count the cash stuffing of putting the cash into the eating out. And then when I would pull the cash out to eat out, I was deducting it again. So I deduct it twice. So I need to come up with a system where I can let myself know that I am spending that money, but that I've already deducted the money. So I don't deduct it twice. If that makes any sense. I don't know if it does or not, but I'm sorry that I'm hurrying. I really wanted to get this done before I get to work. So that's why I'm kind of in a hurry. But this is what our budget looks like for this week. So starting this week, we are going into our main monthly budget. So for February, I'm wanting to just stick to a monthly budget of one figure. So as you guys know, if you guys have been here before or if you are new, I am a dog groomer. So I am self-employed and my income fluctuates. And so it's really hard to predict that. So I average what I make a month out of last year. And $3,000, it seemed like I averaged more than that, but I thought I'd go a little bit low. So I'm averaging $3,000 a month and just figuring out a main monthly budget. So that's what this is. And I've already got one bill paid, and then I need to go and deduct some others from this week. Yeah, so in the $3,000 a month, it'll be $750 a week. And so these are the bills. So I'll be doing $50 in gas. My tax quarterlies are $100. That will be an every week thing. I've got 3 bills. And so that brings my total to $518 in bills that I budgeted for. And every week I should have the same amount because I'm figuring $518 every week to go towards bills. I'm hoping that that will actually possibly get me ahead. And if it's going to get me behind where my bills aren't going to be due when they're supposed to be, then I'll have to try a new system. Doing it this way is new to me, but I want to give it a try. I'm tired of doing it week to week to week. So I thought that this would be a little bit easier to just have one monthly budget, one specific amount per week, and go off of that instead of figuring each dog's fee and what I should, being the key word, make for that week if everybody shows up and doesn't cancel or no show. So that is why I've incorporated this system and seeing how it goes. So anyways, $518 for groceries. They'll leave me with bills. They'll leave me with $232. Normally I would cash stuff $60 for groceries. But as I said, I already did the $40 from the week before. So I'm going to do $40 this week for this week. And then I'll be putting $6 in my personal envelope. And so that's $46. That'll be $186 remaining. And I've got $6 in my vacation, $5 in my emergency fund savings, $5 to go towards medical. And then I'm going to put $20 aside for the 3 savings challenges that I already mentioned. I'm going to split that up into those 3 games at least. And then my vehicle, if I have enough, because I didn't budget my vehicle before I figured this. So if I make $25 more than the $750, so if I make $775, then $25 will go into my vehicle because I need to register it. And I totally forgot about that when I originally made this up. So hopefully I at least make $775 so I can get that covered. So that would be $36, which is $150 remaining, which is what will go to towards my grooming expo, and that will give me a $0 remaining balance. So that hopefully will work out. And if I make a lot extra, like I said, I need to make at least $775 to cover for my vehicle for the registration. But if I do make a little bit more than that, not a lot, but a little bit more, then I'll probably try to cash stuff a little bit in some other categories and then put it towards my emergency fund, or not my emergency fund, my 100 envelope challenge. But if it's like just a little bit of the extra, and if I get, say, $1,000, so I have $200 or $300 more than what I allotted for, I will try to save some of that to go towards the next week or the week after, or save it till the end of the month and then see how much I have left over and where that can go for. So we're in February 5th through the 11th. 5th through the 11th. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and I'm just going to write these bills in here super fast, and then they'll probably be it for this video because I'm going to have to get going, you guys. 50. And please ignore my awful handwriting. I know that it is bad. If I really take my time and go slow, sometimes I can make it not so atrocious. But yeah. it's still not perfect. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do cash, and that would be $22 between the personal and that. And then, oh no, wait a minute, it would be 42 actually, because of the 20 extra going towards the game. So that'd be 42, and then the vehicle is 25. Groceries, it's 40. And this is not the same, you guys. I know that it might seem like I'm doing the same thing just back and forth, but I'm not. This book that I'm writing in the Kell Of A Plan book, budgeting book, this is not my budgeting book per se. That's what it's called, but I use it to track my spendings and to take note of my bills, the dates that all of my bills are due. That is how I use this planner. All right, so that is my bills listed for the week. This one is my actual budgeting book. So this is where I break down my monthly budget and my weekly budget. So they're not the same, even though I've transferred stuff. This is just letting me know what I have to pay this week. So that way I have an idea, because this book goes with me pretty much everywhere I go. So that is my Money Monday edition of going over my budget from my spendings from last week and my upcoming budget. Thank you guys for watching. And also, I want to let you guys know where usually I have been doing this together with my cash stuffing videos, but I think that I am going to separate them. I did it a couple weeks ago and it seemed to work a lot better, and it really shortened up the video times. So I think I'm going to keep it that way. So I think I'm going to have my cash stuffing videos towards the end of the week when I have the cash I need to stuff, and then I will do the budgeting aspect of it on our Money Monday editions. Just so that way it's not so much at the same time. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, and I hope that you guys are all right with that. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a happy Tuesday and a great rest of your week. Thank you all so much. Bye.